Welcome everyone to our Realty debate on Bangalore's property market. 400 out of 500, that's Fortune 500 companies are based out of Bangalore. The income of Bangaloreans is estimated to be 70% higher than the national average. So clearly it's a market to be closely observed and to keep a tab on. Today, we'll get you the reality of Bangalore's real estate market. What have been the price trends? What is the demand and supply situation looking like? Is Bangalore turning more a luxury market than an affordable market? And to speak about all of that, with me, Bangalore's top 5 developers who've redefined the city's skyline. Let's welcome M.R. Jaishankar, Chairman and MD of Brigade Enterprises, Jeetu Virwani, Chairman and MD, Embassy Group, Irfan Razak, Chairman and MD of the Prestige Group, Mr. J.C. Sharma, Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Shobha Developers, Ashish Purvankara, Joint Managing Director of Purvankara Projects. Gentlemen, thank you very much. I can only say that it's unbelievably good luck to have all 5 of you on the same platform. So I hope, I hope we can have a really robust and a little bit of a fiery discussion with a lot of truths coming out. Let me start with a curious observation and a good one too. The most glamorous hoardings from the airport to UB City were all, or at least 2/3 from real estate companies. So the market seems to be looking very robust, but when I look at the data, first 6 months seem that there haven't been very many new launches, or at least there has been a dip in new launches. Mr. Jaishankar, would you agree with that?
I mean, it could be, you may be having the overall statistics, it could be for the entire Bangalore, it could, from the available data it may be, but if you take developer specific, there are a number of developers who are here, assembled here. We have all got a fair amount of good launches and large launches in the first 6 months. And the market is pretty robust, as you said, and it's quite buoyant. And I think it is, we hope and we are quite sure it is going to be continuing to be buoyant in the next 6 months also. But there is a reasonable amount of supply. At the same time, with a new government at the center, the market is expected to be very bullish.
Okay, what happened then? If you look at all India figures, Mr. Sharma, clearly there has been a dip in new launches. So if you're saying that some developers such as yours could buck the trend, was it just that the demand has been constant and regular, or do you think Bangalore also faced some trouble in the first 6 months of this year, before the elections?
Before the elections and for the first 2 months in this financial year, we had experienced in all our locations that demand had remained subdued, but from June onwards, we do find, especially in Bangalore, a kind of a revival of
So
the
June
demand.
is the turning point. Before June, things were looking slow. Ashish, would you agree with that?
I think it's a combination, so I'll answer in 2 parts. I think existing projects, yes, I'll agree. But having said that, I think the launches that we've had in the last 6 months, those launches have done exceptionally well. Maybe the buyers feel they're getting a good choice of apartments. The pricing in a launch, obviously, they have an advantage. But ongoing projects, yeah, I agree with Mr. Sharma.
So what changed, Mr. Razak? What really changed? I mean, you're saying that existing projects were more difficult to sell, but new launches were selling. Is it because the new launches came at a more rational price?
No, see, like in our company, we launched 2 very major developments. One was the Prestige Lakeside Habitat in Whitefield, and the other one in a different locality, that's Kanakpura Road, is the Prestige Falcon City, and that was all in the first 6 months of the calendar year, apart from the other smaller ones. And these have done extremely well. Now, if you ask me why does a ready product probably or under construction, which is 50% away, go slightly slower than the one that gets pre-launched or launched, it's only that when the customer has to enter, they enter in that property now. So the payment that they have
Outgo
to
is
make,
much higher.
outgo is much less. Because initially within a month of their booking, they have to just top up to 20%, and then the balance has to be paid over a period of time. Whereas if a customer gets into a project that is 50, 60, 70% developed, they obviously have to pay a much larger number, so they may as well probably wait till the completion and pick it up as a ready product. So what really happens, which we have seen,
Right.
And I think my friends here will also agree is, you sell whatever you can at the launch per time, whether you decide as a strategy in your company, whether it's 50, 60, 70%, and you clear up that stock. And after that, the balance, the best thing to do is to hang on to and to sell it only at completion, because once the product is completed, there's no way that the product will not sell, because then the customer sees the full picture. And I believe Bangalore developers do the best job in terms of look, feel and finish. So the customer also has that choice.
I can't play the devil's advocate on that point because in NCR, I'm bashed about the fact that I'm very, very favorable to Bangalore developers on especially the quality and customer service point. But it's
true.
all-
When it is
I'm
the
on your
truth,
side on that
yeah.
point, but many other things that I still want an answer to. So if you're saying that, all right, first 6 months weren't really slow or at least didn't bother the developers here, are we agreeing to that? I mean, that's a big statement to make. All India, there was a lot of distress in the real estate market.
Yeah, but the most important thing in Bangalore for years has been that they're mostly genuine buyers. You know, you don't get people, I don't think any of us get people who want to buy a tower of a residential building from us and then try to resell it or buy few floors. So they are mostly genuine buyers, and like Irfan correctly said, that people want to pay over the time because they're buying for their own use. They are, we Indians like to save a lot, so you buy an apartment for your daughter, you buy for your son, then you buy a second apartment for your daughter once you have a little more money. So people like to pay in installments and
It's
larger
mostly an
projects.
end-user
So
market.
give them. And also the crux is the large part of the market is this mid segment, and
I was coming
which
to
is
that.
in Bangalore. Rightfully, I don't know. I don't think that we have some sort of a cartel, but by default, we price our products much
I'm
better
glad
than everybody else in the country.
Okay, so-
it's not highly priced, or if the market moves up, the prices don't go up in Bangalore so fast as it goes up in lots of other parts of the country, and then it slows down. So I think that also plays an important role because
Fair
it's a
enough.
stable market.